This is the One Piece Podcast, episode 925 for the week of Monday, July 6th, 2026. My name is Zach.
My name is Ed.
And on today's show, we have a very special guest. You may know him as the translator, the official translator for One Piece and Weekly Shonen Jump and Manga Plus. Stephen Paul's with us. How's it going, Stephen?
Hey, Viva Mexico, fuck Inglaterra. Let's get them all out there. They're about to play.
As I said last night on Blue Sky, I think the funniest possible remaining outcome of the World Cup is the USA beating England in the final.
Yes, but I also saw on Blue
that would
Sky.
require England to win tonight, which I also don't want to happen.
Yeah, I was going to say Mexico needs to have payback for the Great British Baking Show episode about the Mexican, And I saw that on Blue Sky. I don't know who to credit that to.
Yeah, I saw a big tiered cake with like a fondant bigote mustache.
Yes, okay, we saw the same post, so there you go.
Yeah.
But speaking of England, we also have our editor, Delaney Jordan. How's it going, Delaney?
Based on last week's episode, long-suffering editor.
Yeah, I should leave right now for that, frankly. Yeah, sorry, Things have been getting too hinky around here, and I'm fucking busy right now, so I'm here to supervise so I don't have to go scrounge up new meme audio to overlay over whatever catastrophe looms while disaster crawls.
Wow.
But otherwise, I'm
I
doing
believe the
great,
term is
Zach.
catastrophe.
Catastrophe, yeah, pretty much. No, otherwise I'm doing fine, Zach.
Thank you for coming, Delaney.
Of course.
We also have our anime recap host, Sam Leach, joins us. Sam, how's it going?
Oh, One Piece is getting an anime now, huh?
Well, it has a spin-off one. We'll talk about that later. And our archivist, Ken O'Connor, last but not least. Hi, Ken. How's it going?
Hey, everybody. Hope everyone had a nice long weekend and is surviving this heat wave we're currently experiencing.
Oh, how's Iris doing in the heat wave?
She hates it. She is running outside, going to the bathroom, running back in as if the sky was falling, as there's a timer on the clock. She is dying. So right now she's in the...
poor husky.
Yeah.
So the bipolar irises do nothing?
The bipolar irises do nothing, apparently. She's not awoken with the power yet.
One day. Yeah, so that's his dog, by the way. Adorable, and social media presence is very felt by us all. Today we're going through chapter 1187. 1187, that was right. And the title is The Root of the Problem, which apparently is what Delaney says when she opens up our audio each week. No?
Damn fucking straight.
That would be the stem of the problem.
Oh, ouch. But we have a ton of news.
It sounds like there were issues.
No, but Delaney, huge thanks, of course, for editing. I always say, if you're not well, I guess with Delaney, you sometimes notice when she's editing, but generally, if you don't notice it, it's done really well. So always the unsung hero of podcasting. So thanks for that, Delaney. I should be saying that every week.
But when you notice things, it's on purpose.
That's what I was going to say. Okay, Ed, I'll let you choose our first category for the news segment because we have a ton of it this week. Actually, before we get into news, subscribe to us on patreon.com/OnePiecePodcast. Help our amazing editor, as well as our artists. And
you're laying it on really thick, Zach. Do you expect something to go wrong?
Not only do I expect it, I know it will happen. It always
I feel like
does.
A dog that's about to be... like you're feeding a cheeseburger about to take to the vet to get its balls cut off.
Look.
I can unplug my mic right now if we want to expedite this process.
Well, Sam, you would have to be the one apologizing for that specifically and thereby giving the cheeseburger. So yes, please subscribe to us at patreon.com/OnePiecePodcast. It has alternate images, alternate titles. We have our Sticker of the Month Club, which the new poll I think goes up probably this coming week. Also, if you haven't checked out our artist Steve Yurko, please do. Beyond his sticker craftsmanship, he's also made some really cool standees recently, including a Gear 5 Luffy, which you should check out. Enough hyping for Steve. He's not even here with us. So, Ed, I'm going to give you some categories. Yes. Which I'm going to make up right now. We have live and in the flesh. I'm trying to make Jeopardy categories for this. Books. Merchandising. Sports, ! And music and homoerotica.
Merchandising.
Okay, I thought so. Great, now I have to say that for each person, though. Merchandising, apparently, the Mugiwara store is heading to Westfield Century City at 10,250 Santa Monica Boulevard in Los Angeles. Presumably a permanent setup here. Extremely exciting. This is our first, I think, outside of Asia Mugiwara store, as far as I could think of. And it comes in this fall. Any thoughts? And Ken, I know you and I have the same thought.
When do they bring it to New York?
Yeah. How dare you forget about us?
Those are the only two cities Japan knows about in this country.
I was going to say New York City, the most forgotten city in the world, clearly. We don't get enough attention, that's what I'm trying to say. Thoughts? I mean, Steven, you're our resident.
Central Minnesota next.
Yeah, it sounds cool. I hope it's a great success.
Yeah, okay. Guess not much else to say there. Steven, would you like to pick a category? Do I have to make up these categories again? Or do you want to pick one?
Let's go with sports.
Sports. Hey, our very own Jill attended the Dodgers game, and I mentioned the Dodgers game because it once again was One Piece night. This one was sold out, which is pretty incredible.
Well,
there were
that's not that exciting.
No, the Dodgers are the reigning champions, and they've been extremely good for the last decade.
Ever, yeah.
Thoughts on the Dodgers? I'll save those. But anyway, there were also many scalpers trying to buy, not for tickets to the game, though probably also for that, but for a certain card that I could guarantee you Steve Yurko is not holding right now because I do not believe he attended.
Correct.
So he'll have to not ask for a card again. Yes, Ed?
So I think some say he already has not asked for it.
Yeah, you know what? You're right.
He's still not asking for it to this day. You
That's
can
how
see him in the
things.
mountains.
I hear him yelling at us from here somehow. I don't know how. Anyway, there's some really cool animation that came with it, which I think we reposted on our Blue Sky account. That was posted on that was displayed on the giant billboard there. Also, Luffy threw out the ceremonial first pitch. Yes, he's a cartoon character, but they did it. They've broken the cartoon barrier. I don't know what I'm saying. But I don't know. Cut all that. She's not going to. She's shaking her head. We'll talk more about that, though, when Jill comes on. I am excited to hear all about that journey.
And we were trying to get Jill on this week, but she's on vacation.
God, that cheeseburger meant nothing to you, Delaney. That's clearly...
Why? Is something happening?
No. Jesus Christ. Okay, Sam, you want to pick a category?
How could I not pick homoerotica?
Homoerotica for 600. The One Piece novel Zoro is on sale. It's available everywhere. I assume it's just homoerotica. And as we'll discuss in today's chapter, it's probably just homoerotica. Anyway, it does feature him man-spreading on a big sofa chair with like a whiskey and holding his sword and looking like, hey, what's up? I don't know what's going on in that picture. Anyway, sorry, I am low on sleep for the week, if this is not clear by my description of the news. Anyway, it's available now. It's a prelude to the story about him leaving Shimotsuki Village and up through the point where he meets Luffy. So actually interesting stuff. Delaney, what do we have left? We have books, Live and in the Flesh, and music.
I'm gonna go with Live and in the Flesh.
Live and in the Flesh. Speaking of live and also in flesh, One Piece Season 3 has wrapped production.
Wow.
Yeah. Featuring a photo. Yeah, it was pretty fast, actually.
I mean, didn't we see a picture of old Fishhead on the set already?
Yes, old Fishhead was on the set drawing in the sand.
Yeah.
Is that what we're calling Oda now, old Fishhead? It's fine if we do. I just want to know if that's what we're calling him now.
That's what I think. I mean, that's the first thing you notice when you see those pictures where his head is covered with his logo.
It does. The picture with the Straw Hats does feature a very funny crocodile in the background, propagandized for all.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit of a street art, I guess.
Yeah, just propaganda street art. Comes from an authentic place.
It looks like the kind of poster you would see in a ride queue, like before you get in the Luffy mobile and put on your 3D glasses and crocodile. Like, I'm thinking like the Spider-Man ride. It looks like something that you'd see in the queue for the Spider-Man ride.
Yeah, all they need is like an automatic rifle, and it could be one of those like Ghana homemade movie posters that they make.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very charming, I think.
Yeah, it is. You're right. I was just watching that John Oliver thing about the Ghana movie posters recently. Ken, books or music? It's up to you.
Books.
Books. Did you know Volume 115 is coming out?
No way. Really?
Yeah, we talked about this last week, but there's a few little interesting things. First of all, pretty cool promotional video, though not as cool as like the Egghead era promotional videos, which were just like
nothing's gonna beat that.
No, it's
Did you see the long explanation? Or it's gonna be a little more expensive in Japanese?
I was gonna read that, though. I don't know where Adil pulled the translation from specifically. I won't read it verbatim, but Oda did apologize for being 20 yen more expensive. Ken, can you do the math for us quickly? What is that in US dollars right now? Yeah, 20.
Why don't you go return a card at Aldi and get your quarter back?
Yeah, I think it's less than a quarter.
20 yen is 12 cents.
12 cents. So he wrote
almost half a penny.
Yeah, it's the yen is not doing very well right now, but just remember he's writing this he's writing this like long apology about this amount of money, which is still very nice of him to do, but anyway, a volume, he explains that after doing 12 volumes it starts becoming a more costly process again.
12 chapter volumes.
Did I say what I say? 12 volume chapters.
Volumes, yeah.
Again, sleep not happening. Yes, 12 chapter volumes. When it gets to 13, 20 more yen suddenly have to appear. And he said he has to do it because it makes it way more fun because of that one chapter, which is the one that ends it, which has a character that's in this chapter too. You guys know the chapter, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
I think we talked about it this week.
Is it
Colin?
Emu's appearance?
Yeah, thank you for spoiling it. No, that's fine. Sam, it's fine.
Sorry to the people who are listening to the podcast without
yeah. Well, shame on them
reading the manga
for listening to the podcast.
I always wonder if there are anime-only listeners who listen to like the news, skip the manga recap, listen to the anime, and skip to the end of the show.
There was one person who was doing that for a period because we would ask that question on the show, and then that person would tweet at us like, "Hey, yeah, that's me."
Oh,
so yeah.
Ruined
wonder if
forever.
Yep.
I wonder if he's still listening.
This is not a new thing for Oda. Like he has made comments before. I think where he was like talking. Maybe it was not that there was a price increase, but that he was like, "Oh, I haggled with like the bosses to put as many chapters as possible without raising the price." And it does seem very kind of quaint in the way that like it feels very inconsequential that he seemingly cares so much. But I do think that one of those things that weighs on Oda's mind is like knowing that the series is so long and that it's harder than ever for him to reach the kids with the allowance like that, that his audience has kind of inevitably drifted older and older over the years, and so I think that is something that he's very self-conscious about, and so that's probably why.
I actually don't know what the standard price in yen is for a.
I think it's like $5.20, right? It's something like that.
Yeah,
which
I mean it's risen over
like
the years.
$3 or $4. Yeah, it's not. Well, I'll put it this way: when you try and buy it abroad on Amazon Japan, which I'm not doing this time, it's like $70 because of the amount of shipping and all that crap. But yeah.
I mean, it's one volume, Michael. What could it cost? $10?
There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, the American ones are like 12 now, right?
Yeah. That's
still
actually
super cheap.
It is super cheap. Like I think when I was a kid, they were like 10. Like a volume of manga.
Yeah,
I remember like 8. I remember 8. Like
I don't remember any that were 8, but maybe this.
But Viz was always very aggressive about that. Like pre manga boom where everything got flipped so that it was read Japanese style and all of that. Like their original ones were like $20 back in the 90s. So
wow.
And then they also tried selling like floppy singles of like Sailor Moon chapters and stuff back in the 90s as well.
Yeah.
When floppies were still a thing.
Yeah, I have a floppy Inuyasha. That sounds really awful. Don't isolate that footage. No,
yeah, the MSRP of one of the Viz ones says $11.99 still on the back.
Okay, yeah, that's I could look at my super old ones, but I don't think they were that far off of that. The last piece of news is related to Heroines, the One Piece spinoff. They're both music related. Please let me know if you know these people. Ken, you could look them up, but one is You're Our Archivist.
Yeah, absolutely.
It features, the soundtrack is available, featuring music from composer Arisa Okanemama. That's the name. You can't spell that from the way I just said it. Ken?
I got like one letter in. I'm like, wait.
I linked it.
I got it.
And also you might recognize this band, Blue Shining Stars, the theme song for I think it's just that one special, right? From Aina the End, who is doing the current One Piece opening, and has been very prolific recently, I think. Like I forget what other, there's another recent anime they did an opening for, I think. I can't recall off the top of my head. What do we got, Ken?
For Arisa, I'm seeing there have been a bunch of stuff. I'm seeing some of the most recent stuff has been JJK. They've done music in The Vermilion Mask, Warrior Princess and the Barbarian King, Apothecary Diaries. They've been in a bunch of stuff, so pretty prolific across the board there.
Which JJK song is that?
Does it say? No, it's the background music that's the OST.
Oh.
In both JJK 1, 2, and the Zero movie, they've done music in.
I don't know, Sam, if that means anything to you. Seems okay. That's it for the news. I think we did that pretty expeditiously, all things considered. Let's move into the manga. You all ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was born ready.
I don't believe that.
I know.
This is the manga recap for chapter 1187, The Root of the Problem. We'll get to that in a moment. You can read this chapter and all chapters as soon as they come out at shonenjump.viz.com or mangaplus.shueisha.co.jp. Ed, why don't you start us out with what Oda's been up to? I'm sure it's different from previous weeks.
This week, Oda, having been exhausted by Pokemon Go last week, says, I was revitalized by a Dreams Come True concert once again. I never miss that intro. And Oda back at the concerts again. Yeah, Dreams Come True is like a sort of a soft rock, like a soft rock pop duet. They were popular in the late 80s, early 90s.
Yep.
One of the members did the music for Sonic the Hedgehog 1 and 2 games. Okay.
Steven, do you have anything to say about
it? If Oda was born and raised in California, he would be like at the tribal casino to see Smash Mouth every weekend. That's basically the equivalent of what he is doing. He's just watching all of his childhood favorites week in and week out, apparently. Judging
So
by
if
his
you had
comments.
$1 billion or however rich he's a billionaire, but if you were however rich he wouldn't you see Smash Mouth every weekend at the casino? No, you wouldn't, because okay, maybe I shouldn't speak for you. Ed, what's going on the cover? This is one for the books. This is a cover page for the books.
This is a reader request for Reiju scolding naughty swans and protecting the ugly duckling by Nebobo D 420 Land.
Is this the same 420 Land, Steven? Or does he have a new...
Oh, no, it's a different 420 Land. Of course it's the same 420 Land. What do you think?
Well, he has a longer full name. What's Nebobo D? What's the joke there? Should I be getting that?
Who knows?
Nebobo D 420 Land from the New York 420 Lands.
Yeah.
Friend of the show,
is it a
420 Land, yes.
Is it a Bobobo reference? Nabobo?
I very much doubt it.
Okay.
Well,
He's definitely around our age. I wouldn't put that past
Why are we
Zach?
discounting the possibility of a larger 420 Land family?
That's a good question, Sam. Steven, can you
I
address
gotta
that?
say, I don't like the reference to the ugly duckling, because the ugly duckling is my least favorite, fable or whatever they
Okay,
Brothers Grimm.
What's your favorite?
Because it's bullshit. Because it shouldn't. It's the wrong. The title is wrong because it's not the ugly duckling. It's the confused signet.
Okay, I like that, and you're right, because it isn't a duckling. You're right.
Yeah, look at that Sanji shaped.
I think Ed
duckling.
just wanted to say the word signet to show off that he could say the word signet unprompted. It is. I'm going to use that word more. That's a fun.
Look at that! Look at
word.
that judge shaped bird with the lumps on his head. He deserved it.
Yeah, they all deserved it, except for Sanji.
Swans are nasty.
Sanji might have deserved it, but not duckling Sanji. Regular duck Sanji.
No, Steven's right, is that swans already suck ass, so it's just sort of compounding a fundamental issue.
Can I say none of them look like swans? I don't think, in my opinion.
Yeah, the kids look like
they look
platypi.
like ducks.
Yeah.
They look like geese.
Or platypi.
If they sound like a duck, they look like a
big
duck.
bills, yeah.
But they don't look like a duck. Now, to be fair, geese would be a better analogy for that family.
Yes, geese are loud and angry.
And smelly. And they poop everywhere.
Yeah.
Just like Germa 66. Any
Naughty
other thoughts on this?
Swan! Robin Schwan!
Oh my god. Any other thoughts? This is a very funny one.
Any real thoughts? Yeah, I like this one. It's very cute.
420 Land, just for those who don't know, we've actually corresponded with him more than once, I think. It's been a while, though. He's a very... Yeah, Steven, I don't know if you
I was going to say, I
He was an
DM'd
old-time
him...
Twitter user.
Yes, I DM'd him on Twitter once because he has changed his username like several times, but it's always 420 Land. And so I asked him once for the SBS, how to spell the thing, and so he told me that, so I could put it in the SBS.
That's fun.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
he despite his name, who I think people are shocked by every time they see it, and rightfully so.
Americans.
I don't think he's.
Yeah.
I don't think he's native Japanese, but I'm not.
No,
100%
he's
sure.
from Hong Kong.
That's what I thought. Yeah, we've talked about this
cool.
before. Yeah,
Right, because the first time he appeared, it was Hong Kong 420 Land, which is even funnier.
It is.
Well, I mean, the only people who are confused by or scandalized by the name are Americans, because it only means something here.
Oh, I think when I was in Hong Kong, I tried to reach out to him. Actually, I think that's what it was. Anyway,
you just yelling on the street corner.
oh yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah,
420 Land.
Where is he? Come out and face me.
But I was going to say, despite his name, he does give some very good, unlike Sanada, does give some good feedback, like in the SBSs and in these the reader suggestions. Yeah. So I credit where credit's due, despite the name. Don't judge a book by its cover. Yeah. Is really the lesson here for both Sanji and for Toyland is what I'm gonna say. Doesn't really make sense, but
it's a really good cover page. I love Reiju's sweater dress that she has on too, and I feel like putting German here is kind of, I don't say foreshadowing stuff to come, but I think Oda is reminding us, hey, don't forget about Germa. This is gonna come up again soon.
The judge with the three. I agree with Ed. The judge is just great to see. I want more, injured duck versions of judge.
Just duck versions.
Just duck versions.
Even the bird version has the hair though in the back.
Sure.
Yeah,
or maybe those are just a lot of feathers,
And the helmet with the bird foot on it.
There's a bird foot on the helmet?
Yeah.
Oh, it is. I did not notice that. Thank you, Ed.
Yeah.
Delaney, you want to start us off this week?
Yeah, sure. Sorry, let me just get my voices ready. There's a lot of text. We're getting into this chapter mid-punch. A lovely shot of Emu's face getting pummeled in. Luffy,
Big dent in it.
Big dent.
Luffy's
fist mid-impact. I was getting there, Zach.
Sorry, I thought you were the order. Okay, I'm gonna shut up.
No, that's fine, Zach. You just can't help talking over women. Loki giving us a good whoa. Did I mention it? Did I mention the panel? Thank you, Zach. He's nodding. And as this happens, we see Emu get knocked straight the fuck back across the trees with a big old doom. Lightning shooting out from where he was standing. And as he hurtles back with blood dripping out of his mouth, he summons two little smiley faces composed of black flame. Literally, as he's he has not stopped mid-flight to do this. He's still rocketing back, and we see him land with a big kabam.
This looks like something out of Soul Eater.
Shaking all the trees. And Loki says, that was a pretty good shot, I'll admit, but it only happened because of all the damage I put on him first. And Luffy says, hey, you're really hurt. Step back and rest a bit. And we see one of the little...
Are you doing a proper Luffy voice?
I was going to say, Delaney, when did you get so good at doing a Luffy voice?
That was super good.
Loki aggressively taking credit for loosening the jar lid.
Overwork mode Delaney can activate a lot of things. And we see one of the little smiley face flames come up and go, West, who do you think you're talking to? Luffy goes, whoa! And another one pops up to harass Loki.
Is that the flame talking, or is that Loki?
That's Loki.
That's Loki.
Is it? Okay. Well,
I do wish Loki sounded like a 1920s gangster, cute gangster or something.
He was for 2 seconds. And the little flame pops up. Loki goes, little punk. The flame goes, huh? And we see Luffy is now flying back towards Emu, who's gotten up off screen. And Luffy's trying to pat the fire out. He goes, yeah, wow, huh? It's hot. I mean, it stings. What is this black fire? We see Emu. He's also panting. And I believe that's Luffy going, whoa, he looks way scary up close. As Emu is priming up another, okay, black flame. And quick clarification. No, that's okay. Never mind. I know where they are now. There's two of the little black flames on Loki's big fur cloak, and they're having a side conversation going, we're supposed to go to his chest where the sword was stuck, yeah? And they go, go, and start crawling up Loki, and Loki goes, damn it, these flames keep spreading. And it seems that Emu has gotten his next attack ready with a little shing, little musical shing. It looks like a bell. And Emu says,
"Is that what it looks like?"
Does it not?
It's like a dingle bell you'd put on a cat's collar.
Yeah, looks like that. Thank you, Ed.
Yes, Sam, get your mind out of the gutter.
And Emu says, "Blade of hatred, stigma," and we see him launching it right past Luffy and directly into Loki's chest with a big, full doom spread, like the hilt sprouted out of it and everything, and Loki flies back and loses his grip on the hammer.
It almost kind of looks like when Piccolo killed Goku at the beginning of the Saiyan saga.
Mm-hmm.
But
Sure.
Thank you, Sam. You've ruined this for me.
Special beam cannon.
You've ruined this for me, Sam. I didn't see that because I'm a sweet summer child, and you've just ruined it.
It doesn't help. It doesn't help that I keep reading his attack as Blade of Hatred Smegma as well.
What?
Blade of hatred, Sigma.
I'm not writing that down.
I read it as Stigmata the first time.
Blade of hatred, Ligma.
Stigma balls. Yeah, that's
Ligma bells.
Loki died from Ligma.
Okay, I'll write that one, but I don't like it. I'm not making side draw that.
Just float the idea, Pastor.
Blade of hatred, Ligma.
Sam, you could do
Polar
that.
Express powers activate.
Steven?
All right. So on the next page, we see what appears to be the aftermath of everyone getting ready to one-shot the giant block of ice with their lightning and radical beams and what have you.
Lightning.
And yeah, Nami.
That's all she
Nami's
does now. Yeah.
Yeah, cut-a-da-doom. But it does nothing. They're just standing around like, what's going on with this thing? It won't even budge. And Jinbei is huffing and puffing. Nothing works on it. And Usopp wonders, is that not ice? What if it's actually diamond or something? Says Frankie, to which Nami reacts,
Diamond is unbreakable. Sorry.
Diamond? And then Usopp is like, but if it's anything but ice, then the woman inside has definitely suffocated. Oh, as he pulls up short as Nami kind of clonks him on the side of the head, like, you dummy, like, don't say that out loud. Now, I do want to point out, even if it is ice, she is definitely suffocated.
Oh, yeah.
This is another one of...
Not in One Piece.
Yeah, this is another one of Oda's like laws of physics, where it's like apparently if it's if it's like an organic material, it's completely porous and air just goes in between. That's how all those people survive.
Water.
Yeah. Yes, she's breathing.
Does she have gills?
With gills. Yeah.
Listen, if Eric Cartman can freeze himself for Nintendo Wii, I'm sure that Princess Shuri is fine.
Yeah, and
that's how Jack got out of the ocean.
She's with Walt Disney. We're gonna stick her in the machine and bring her back to life once the nuclear apocalypse is run over the world.
Yeah, don't mind that the head came off. This and also the lest we forget all of the victims of Caesar's gas who were stuck in their like hardened chocolate sundae shells for several hours and were completely fine when that was over.
It's basically like volcanic ash, I think.
Yeah.
Chocolate sundae.
So anyways, Brooke reaches out to touch the ice and he says, but if I touch it, it feels cold.
Oh, does it now?
Or at least I imagine it would. And he's like, you can't tell? She has a funny fault face. And then Frankie reaches out and touches it with his big metal hand. And he's like, wait, no, he's got a point. If I touch it, yeah, no, I can't tell either. And that's a very fun line. And Nami's like, enough of the non-humans. Yes, it's cold. And the only person paying attention, Jinbei, is like, look out behind you.
Steven, I have to say, I was reading this on my phone. And I'm like, what's that mountain or something behind Nami? It's like
it's just his head.
Illusion.
Yeah.
No, and I'm like, oh, that's Jinbei. Yeah. Sorry, go.
Yes. And then Loki just by happenstance lands like almost head first on top of the ice block.
He also almost gives it the $1 million baby.
And everybody is diving.
$1 million Loki.
Everybody is diving for cover and screaming, and then he slides down the side of the branch, or whatever it is that the ice cube is resting on, and Luffy's like, Loki, and Nami's like, what? Oh, look out, his hammer's coming down. And so here it comes, swirling down from above, and on the next page, gonk gonk, Loki's iron hammer fell down upon the ice. It's Ragnar, and he just to remind you that he is also a squirrel. He goes as he deflects off of the ice, and everyone is shocked, and they're wondering like, huh? Wait, did he just go down? Is he out? Like he got stabbed through the chest, because Loki is not moving. He has come to rest in the treetops there. And he's bleeding and coughing, and Ragnar
what's the line? People die when they are killed.
Yeah, that is true. Well, they don't necessarily die when they get stabbed through the chest or the heart, as we know from ample experience. And Ragnar is rushing to attend to Loki, but it appears that the impact, of course, this was... correct me if I'm wrong. This was caused by Ragnar in the first place, right? The ice.
Only Ragnar can melt the ice,
right? And so by hitting it, he is now engaged melt mode here, and so the ice is very rapidly turning into water. And Brooke is very excited. He's like, "Oh, look, everyone! The ice has suddenly begun to melt, Princess Shuri." And we get a nice close up of her eyes closed, still in the ice, but it appears
this is the most complicated Ragnar Goldberg machine ever.
Yeah, it really is.
Loki falls back, hammer in the air, onto the ice, slides down, back to a squirrel. Chase after him.
Shuri breathing. I mean, her face is covered with her mouth is covered with bandages. If Loki can see with bandages on, she can breathe.
That's true.
You know what? Bandages. We know what they do.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, those beer pong trick guys were practicing this for like an hour before they got this shot.
What are they, the Dude Perfect guys?
Yeah, whatever they're called. Yeah,
or like the guys who just like bounce ping pongs off of like pots and pans.
Yeah.
I think the logical loophole that I at least came up with in my head canon is that Loki is also so ginormous. The chances of him landing on it are higher than you would think because he's so insanely large. I guess that would work better as a dragon, but whatever. I'm not gonna, or what's it called? The Nidhogger. But
if Loki falls in Elbaf, does he make a sound?
Yes, he does.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Quite objectively, yes.
But if no one's around to hear it, that's where it gets
Does a Catholic bear pope in the woods?
What?
I was mixing jokes there.
On the next page, Luffy is clinging to the branch here, and he notices another of the little flame sprite things popping up off of his feathery cloak there, and he turns to Emu, who is doing the Ligma Bells thing again, doing the Hertz donut, and so Luffy, like it looks like he is just like squishing the thing, like he's just grabbing it with his hand straight through the little flame, but what he's actually doing is just getting a good old grab on the edge of the cloak so that he can throw it off and lighten himself up a little bit. And as he does so, another big bolt of the black flame, the evil omen powers, bursts out of Loki's hand, and it goes through. We can't even see the cape, but presumably, it's homing in on where that little flame was. As Luffy hops away from treetop to treetop. And we zoom in on Emu, but we hear some familiar music. Doom da da da, doom da da da.
Diada?
Yeah, that's what it was. At next page.
Yes. Now back at the Western Village, Sea Cloud Port. And it points out this is close to the school library. And this is Team
Back
Zoro.
to West Side Story here.
Yeah. You hear, what are you doing here? You're one of the 3 demons. Straw Hat Crew. And this is Summers talking. He says, you were in the village earlier. What do you want? You're going to get hurt. You're the ones who ruined a feast between good old friends. So? Or who is saying that? Is Zoro saying this?
This is Summers.
Oh, yeah. And he says, yeah, Summers says, so? Forget about it. It's just 10 or 20 kids, that's all. How much could it cost? $10?
Damn it.
And Summers continues, my companion will be retrieving the brats in no time, and we'll be out of your hair, no fuss. And Zoro, sarcastic a little, fancy that. My companion just went toward the village, so my guess is that yours ain't coming back. And Summers like, yeah? And if I ask why? Zoro like, because he'll be dead. In one of the great Zoro lines. Also referring to Sanji as his companion is...
Although, now obviously that is fuel. What's the word in Japanese? Steven? Oh, Steven. What were you doing?
Homoerotica?
Yes, that's it.
Fujo bait?
No, I don't remember. I don't recall the exact line. I'm sure it was like Nakama or something like that.
I was just going to say, though, if Zoro and Sanji then are companions, the transitive property, Summers and Killingham, also have to be companions because that is what he's referring to. So, for using that term.
That is the implication.
Well,
That's the implication.
And they were roommates.
We saw Killingham reach into Summers before, so they've been,
intimate.
Yeah.
This this panel, this composition is like redemption for that one like Law versus Blackbeard spread.
I was gonna say this feels very different than what I've seen from Oda for like these kind of standoffs. I don't know whether I like it or dislike it, but it is certainly feels more like an experimentation here because you have the wide shot kind of down the middle portrait style, and then
I like that Zoro with like his head cocked, smirking.
It does have a very strong like talking heads in a visual novel sort of thing where they're just sort of plastered front and center as they talk. Yeah,
it's like the persona portraits.
Right.
Yeah,
also,
I really like it because like it's got the kind of shot reverse shot and like again like with the background the wide shot in the same image. And like they're like weirdly close for how Oda would normally do a page like this.
Mm-hmm.
In the page real estate.
Something about
it's interesting. It stands out.
Yeah, something about Zoro's pose too. It almost reminds me of that. You remember when he did that one color spread that was like, I'm going to redraw all the like first appearances of all the Straw Hats. And so it was like familiar scenes, but he redid them, and it was like 5 years ago or 10 years ago or whatever it was. And it doesn't remind me of one of those where, just because of the closeness of the angle and everything. But
it's also kind of a Luffy stance he's taking, which is not.
Yes. Yeah.
Like the cross legs and the elbow, like leaning on the.
And it's also kind of.
The squat.
Yeah.
Is this kind of like what Emu did when he showed up? I feel like Oda's been really into the guy sitting atop a thing, being menacing.
Cool.
I'm not saying it's not. He's just been very into it lately.
Standing on their twinkle toes.
This would be a really cool spread if Zoro didn't have those terrible goggles.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
Oh, so to finish this off, Summers begins. Yeah. Do you have any idea how on top of our game we are as he shoots a giant spiky vine at him, which Zoro deflects that with a sword?
Or at least blocks it from hitting him, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's what a deflection is. But I also noticed you use the emu font there. Is that intentional?
I didn't
or
use
maybe
the
not
emu
you.
font.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it was probably just, a reaction to whatever font, 'cause there's so many fonts that they use in the Japanese now, like compared to when the series started. So,
Ken.
Okay. Over the western village, the rain was pouring down as though the sky itself had cracked in half. And we get a nice little Oda map here of the various ports, the branch, the school, the village, and there's a little rain cloud over the western village. And then Sanji begins to narrate these next couple pages. Okay. Cover the facts. Problem 1. A monster bigger than the giants is taking the children away.
Ooh,
and we see,
freaky.
Yeah, Zaza Freaky is back, and she is still picking up children left and right and going through the town. We see all the different giants trying to stab her and stop her progress with absolutely no avail. Meanwhile,
It's like
Sanji
she knew
is...
I was coming home. It's like she waited for me to get back.
Meanwhile, Sanji is taking a step back and lighting a cigarette in the rain. Very, very cool.
That's what his bangs are for, to keep it dry.
He's having better luck lighting the cigarette than he did back in Whole Cake, that's for sure.
His bangs weren't long enough.
That's right. Time has passed.
Robin has learned.
And in response to that problem, Sanji replies, response, unfortunately, I won't be saving the kids. As Zaza leans over and continues her rampage. Then Sanji continues, problem 2, their wailing mothers are an unbearable sight. Response, unfortunately, the monster is a woman. I can't kick her. And just more carnage of Zaza ripping through the village, punching the giants. The entire ground is flooded. The rain keeps coming down. It's like there's not much to say about these pages, but they're art
really cool.
Art is incredible. Like Oda is doing some awesome stuff with Zaza. I really appreciate it. And Sanji continues, added note, the giant warriors refuse to give up on taking their back their children. And we get a shot of one of the giants calling after Ripley. And Ripley's like, damn it, don't take him away from me. Colin! And Ripley just
This
amazing.
is a wrenching panel. This specific one.
Get away
like,
from
really...
her, Get away from him, you bitch. This is aliens.
Oh, God.
No,
wow. That's really good.
Oh, and just picturing Ripley in the suit now and Zaza as the xenomorphic queen. All right. And Ripley's screaming after Colin, and we get a shot of all the children inside Zaza's body drowning. And Colin gets his head out for a split second. It's like, Mommy, I'm sorry, I got caught again. Emphasis on again.
Well, no, it's been several times now. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Sanji continues. Problem 3. I don't want to see a woman's tears, but I won't take part in that fight because.
And we turn the page, and he says, "You're the root of the problem." And I guess just like right off panel was Killingham swooping in, and they're clashing. Sanji says, "The giants might lose sight of you, but you can't escape me." And Killingham is grinning wildly. He's like, "Aha, you're tougher than you look. Sanji says, "I'm putting a stop to all of this." Killingham says, "You fool. There's an entire world of difference between toughness and immortality. And that is why you cannot beat me."
Every time I see that in text, "you fool," I think of Gilbert Gottfried on Hollywood Squares.
Yes, also
as we all should, yeah.
Yeah, as we should. Yeah, that's the correct way to. Yeah.
As is tradition.
Yeah, and that's why you cannot beat me, even if getting rid of me means that my powers will vanish, I suppose. So he's conceding that yes, beating me will stop the apparitions.
Bullets, my only weakness.
Yeah, it worked on sugar. Should work on everyone.
Oh shit!
Defeated
I'm
me.
weak
Kill me,
getting
but you can't kill me.
defeated.
Ah,
My one weakness: getting my
my
ass
one weakness.
kicked.
Yeah.
So go
Yes.
on and try it.
Kill him, Sanji. Prove Zoro right. Do it for your companion.
Can you eliminate the god of rain? Onward, my... Oh, sorry, I'm hurting my voice. Onward, my blustery deity. Take those brats away. Is this Zaza saying like "ooh" very scary?
No, that's killing him because he's afraid of this god of rain.
Yeah, ooh, very scary.
Ooh.
Zaza,
Sanji-
scary.
Sanji's looking like
The sequel, yes.
Sanji's like looking like a wet dog in the rain. He's like, well, I know
It's a
what
good
you people
face.
are weak against, and like Killingham is in hysterics. He's like, ha ha ha! What an amusing thing to say. Are you claiming you can use the color of the Supreme King? And he's like jabbing with his spear or his trident
Killingham,
thing.
spoilers. Don't give away your weakness.
Go on and kill me
It's
if
dumb
you
that
can.
he says that. It is very
Sanji
dumb.
could have been bluffing. I know what you're weak against. Oh, you do know I'm weak to kryptonite. How could you?
My one weakness.
I was wondering if this was like an established thing a few chapters
Yeah.
ago that I forgot about.
It was.
Many villains'
but
weakness is they
yeah.
can't shut the fuck up.
That is true.
That was a very old episode title of this podcast, like from 2009. Good villains don't know when to shut the fuck
Yeah.
up or something like that. Yeah, how insane. They also like it took them a while to figure out that this was the weakness. So it's like really something we worked for that he could have just blurted out like this.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
Regular Foresight should have caught this one.
Again,
Yeah.
just between him saying like, "Oh, if you kill me, it might work. The powers might go away," and
But you know
my
what?
weakness.
This is all in character to me. Like he is that blustering idiot. Like
Yeah.
that is the amusing part of Killingham, and especially his de-assified form that we've been watching here. Anything else, Sam?
I'm good.
Okay. Then we'll move on into a flashback, kind of. Sanji is getting, we're seeing the reaction of him getting thrown into a pile of debris, let's say, as he remembers. How do you expect to support your captain, an emperor of the sea? And Zoro was like, oh, sorry. So this was pre both flashbacks, right? Was this like or right after one of them? I need to find the chapter when we're talking.
Yeah,
about
I
it
forget if it was before or after
it
the God
was
Valley one.
right before Loki's story, so right before
That's what I thought.
that flashback.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kavan was there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like 3-4 years ago.
And Sanji comes in. He's like, "Hey, Gramps, I know we're not talking about me, but what about me? Can I use Supreme Hockey? Huh? Supreme King Hockey? I'm so cool." He's like, I guess you have potential for it. However, in your case, for some reason, you possess a streak of, and I kid you not, I read this as not masochistic, but as now I'm fucking misogynistic is how I read it.
Oh my God.
You possess a streak of misogynistic instability. I
Should
don't
I
care.
get in my
That's the
comments
right.
every day?
Ouch. We should. I don't care. That's what I'm calling it. You must be a king too if you truly want to make Luffy the king of the pirates. And we head back to the present day as we see Sanji, still a wet dog in the debris, saying, "Ugh, a king? Ugh, fine. I guess I'll respect women." Is what he's saying here, I guess. Anyway,
Am I sliding that?
That was Sanji speaking, Delaney. Stop. You're after me. Just because I'm saying things that are in isolation sound awful.
Exploitable.
Yeah.
God, there goes everything. And here we see the face-off between two fonts of not great quality. Sorry. That
War of two
emu
fonts.
That emu font sucks. Underline, underline, underline.
It was the best of fonts. It was the worst of fonts.
Comic Sans versus Papyrus. 2 fonts enter, 1 font leaves.
Oh no, the Undertale fandom is gonna go crazy.
Who would you vote in that? I feel like who would you guys vote for in that?
I would
Comic
choose
Sans or
Papyrus. Papyrus.
Yeah, Papyrus.
Isn't Papyrus the Avatar font?
Yeah,
Yes.
I would vote for Comic
they
Sans,
changed
so
it,
that's
right?
more.
The Avatar 1 font at least.
Yeah.
Oh, they
They
did change
fixed
it?
it.
They fixed it? They did. What did they choose now? Corey or New? They just, went down and found something else?
They're like, Ryan Gosling's making fun of us. We have to change.
I know what you did.
Ryan Gosling
God,
controls the weather.
That was a great sketch.
Gosling?
Okay. Anyway, here is Luffy, very serious, composed. I'm assuming they're both giant, but who knows? We have no frame of reference. Luffy's ready to punch,
with
and
the
he's
way
in gear 5.
with the way his hair is falling, Emu looks especially emo there.
I was gonna say, you stole my joke again, Ed.
His hair is doing that flippy thing like that guy in that band does.
He's got the hair of like Captain Jack from the flashback.
And Luffy lost a foot to hypothermia, I think.
Yes, that's what happened.
He's got the Mr. Deeds foot.
He lost it to the Dawn. That's what he did. Much like a mafioso member. Anyway, and here's Emu, I assume. It's impossible.
That would be like a badass line for like Shanks or like somebody who lost a leg to say like, I gave it up for the Dawn, but like DAWN.
Oh, the Dawn.
That's what Pedro said, kind of.
It's like kind of what he says to Whitebeard, what Shanks says.
Anyway, it is Saint Nerona.
Who knows what it says?
It really is effort. I don't know. We'll never know who this person was.
Yeah, it looks like 2 A's, right? Yeah.
Versus monkeyed Luffy. Emperor of the Sea and the King of the World.
Saint Debona.
And Saint Debona says, There thou art, Joy Boy. That's my best emo. That's all I could do. And Luffy says, actually, Delaney, can you do this last Luffy line like you did a great Luffy? I'm not going to be able to match.
God, emotional labor. Here we come. All right.
Yes. I mean, that's, yeah.
Quit calling me all these different names. I'm Luffy, the man who will be king of the pirates.
Damn,
that's a classic.
That's
a
so
classic.
Good, Delaney. That's
so
so
good. Yeah, why don't you do that in Japanese? So yes.
Yeah, take it back. Roll it again.
I watched all those early episodes in Japanese, and I can remember that just by the sound of it. But yeah, that's a classic Luffy line.
So that's the chapter. I can't emphasize my thoughts on the font enough. But I will later.
Do you mean italicize your thoughts on the font enough?
Ooh, and bold, and perhaps an
and bold and underscore.
Well. Yeah.
Underline.
But not strike through. Never strike through.
Never strike through.
You know what? Strike through could have only helped this font. Ed, what were your thoughts on the chapter? By the way, we're back next week with another chapter. Surprise,
Indeed.
everyone. Ed, yes. Thoughts?
There was a lot going on in this chapter, but I didn't think we'd get like the official, like an official, like as a basically like the fight card for. Seems like. And the Straw Hats aren't any closer to finding One Piece, but we're fighting the king of the world now, or Luffy is, or Joy Boy. Don't call him all those different names. But yeah, as I said, great Zoro content in this chapter, and the Zoro Sanji thing is very funny to me. It's like and the Gabon's there too. I'm not sure what he means by masochistic instability, but
misogynistic.
Right. But overall, very good chapter, and this arc is going places. I don't know where it's going next, though. I'm not sure what the rest of the straw or what yeah.
Delaney, thoughts?
All right. Well, I mean, you guys know that I've been the the resident draggy ass bitch when it comes to these latest chapters. But I'll be honest, I think for some reason this chapter kind of reframed a few things for me, in the sense that I've been very vocal about how frustrated I've been about kind of like getting waylaid by certain things and certain characters not getting as much attention. And now I feel like, for some reason, I feel like the way that things were laid out in this chapter and how organized it felt kind of called into focus that, like, oh, everyone's getting a moment here. Like, you know, Sanji's now getting this, I mean, granted, Sanji doing whatever it is he's about to do with either pretending he has Supreme King Haki or actually exposing that he might have it. Because he could do either or. Prodigious liar. But like that brief moment to check in on him, for some reason actually opened this up where it's like, okay, I think that with Brooks' flashback and with Robin reuniting with Saul and Frankie seeing the fucking hell, the carving, you know what
mural?
I mean?
Mural.
The mural. I was like, not monolith. Not monorail. Not the monorail.
Monorail.
That's fun.
But like, okay, so it's more of a Wano thing. So everyone's having or has had a moment, and maybe this will open up now that we're in the cage match with Luffy and Emu. We're gonna start to see a bit more, like we're in it now. So I really appreciated this chapter of that. I don't know if it, like, obviously doesn't undo some of my earlier gripes, but I really liked a lot of the layouts. I liked just kind of going beat by beat, checking in with each part of the group. It feels like we've been doing this fight, but I like that now we're delineating, okay, it's a one-on-one scrap now. It just, again, it makes me feel like we're actually focusing in, which is what I've wanted to see. So, I liked it. And also we have a literal fuck ice in One Piece now, which I feel went uncommented on.
You know, it occurred to me and then I forgot because that's how my brain works. Steven, thoughts?
Yes. Hooray! Operation Melt Ice was successful. Let's see. Yeah, I like this chapter. I thought this was a really satisfying one. It did kind of pick up right where I left off, and I was sort of negative at the end of last chapter just because it felt like, you know, it was Luffy doing the thing, but it just felt like it was the minimum amount of creativity on Oda's part, and I feel like this one, while also kind of playing the hits, just executed on it a lot better, and it felt less like, oh, here's like just, you know, the very stereotypical line from Luffy, and it felt more like, yeah, that's the classic line, that's the thing you want to hear, which is you know, there's a fine line between the two, but this one I did enjoy seeing, you know, all of the stuff, getting to see Zoro and Sanji being cool and setting up their one-on-one fights, and you know, allowing them to be the big hitters that you know, the crew needs them to be, especially when you're fighting what is undoubtedly, you know, the toughest, most dangerous opponent yet. I did like seeing that, and I'm eager to see you know, kind of what happens in those fights. But yeah, I don't know, not a whole lot to like pontificate about. I guess, you know, probably the main mystery is just Oda kind of his continued campaign of like, how much can I show you of Emu's powers without explaining it and like giving a full context that actually ties all of these different you know, powers and things that we've seen him doing together. But you know, it's fun, it's exciting, good stuff. And I'm very happy that we will get another chapter next week. Now that Oda is done drawing in the sand, as as we talked about.
Delaney, I was thinking about the Operation Melt Ice, and I guess we just needed a Rube Goldberg machine the whole time. I think that that would.
Also, I don't know what you guys are complaining about. I think it's cool that we have a battle between cyber Old English and AI generated Pirates of the Caribbean event flyer fonts. It's great.
I did not know where you were
like,
going
where are
with
you
that.
going with this?
It's a nightmare to me. I've been in editing hell for like weeks now, and I'm like, you should have known that wasn't composite well. It doesn't show. They look like A's.
It's like it's not. Yes, it definitely looks like A's, but also like. And I know people are going to be like, why the hell are you talking about the font so much? Shut up. Whoever's saying that, shut up right now.
Especially if you're
Thank
a woman.
you.
Zach implied this.
Fuck.
I mean, I do actually, I like that they put the fancy fonts in. Honestly, like that also, again, was kind of the reason I'm like, okay, like now this is the start point where we have a set end point. The presentation was good, even if slightly illegible.
No, it's that. What I was gonna say is that it's like the ye old English font mixed with like, ooh, it's spiky and emo, and ooh, look at me, I'm emu. That's what it says.
Great emu voice. Wow, spiky emu. Look at me.
Look at me, I'm emu over here.
I'm emu here.
Emo. Any other thoughts, Stephen?
No.
Okay, Sam.
I really like this chapter a lot. I think it just kind of works. The showdown panels, like with Zoro and Summers and Luffy and Emu, like there's a really refreshing bluntness to them that I like. I think Oda is really struggling to draw Emu in like 3-dimensional poses, and there's just like a lot of like really straight on like close-ups of his eyes, and like this over the shoulder shot of his is like there's kind of no way to draw that without his wings like covering him up and stuff. And so like he comes across like very kind of flat, but it just kind of forces the compositions to be very utilitarian. Which I actually think is something that One Piece has needed. But then you also get like the Zaza, which is just like actually a gorgeous drawing. So like I think the beats are satisfying. I think that we're setting this up as like a proper Emu versus Luffy fight, which is like really funny because we know because King of the World versus Emperor of the Sea sounds like that should be like the highest stakes battle that could ever happen in One Piece, and we know that this is not the final battle of the whole series. So I'm interested in what has to happen for this fight to end in a really satisfying or interesting way that feeds into the final arc. That I'm very curious to see, and I hope there's something fun in store for us. And then Sanji, I definitely take this as like, Sanji's about to learn how to use Conqueror's Haki like next chapter or something. But that masochistic instability, I think what that's referring to is like how like Sanji was determined to sacrifice himself for Zeph and stuff like that. Like he's not like he's not somebody who would put his dreams ahead of
someone else's
or someone else's, or even like he feels like he has to suffer for something before he can be, like many characters in the series, he feels like he has to there's some guilt that he's trying to pay off. And unlike Zoro and Luffy, like he probably is always kind of carrying that with him a little bit.
You gotta stop.
He's gonna gain some confidence.
You gotta stop being a prince and start being a king.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, and the ice joke with Brooke and Frankie, that like got a gut bust out of me.
Good bit.
Yeah, I love that.
Ken.
All right, I love this chapter. I want to hit a couple things here that we've kind of touched on already, but I really want to get into this. First of all, I love the fact that we're getting a proper Emu Luffy one-on-one fight. It feels like a Peter Parker versus Bonesaw, where I've got you for 3 minutes, because Emu seems to have a bit of a time crunch. I don't think it's going to end in a defeat or a win on either side. I think that it's going to go crazy until time runs out, whatever that may be. But I'm expecting that to happen. I liked seeing how Emu's powers work a little bit more. It's kind of like a video game logic where when you're playing Dark Souls and you go and see a boss for the first time and it doesn't attack, that you can't dodge. You're like, I didn't know it was going to do that. How am I supposed to dodge that? The fact that Luffy got to watch how Loki got hit, like Loki took the hit, and then Luffy's like, oh, that's how the homing mechanic works. He rips off the cape gets attacked by the sword. So it's kind of like a little video gamey there, which I really liked. For me, the biggest stuff was the Sanji stuff this chapter. I loved all the Sanji stuff. I even requested to read the Sanji pages. I feel that entire layout
that I stole.
No, it's fine.
Or you got the first one.
I got the more important ones in my. But that entire part where he's narrating is so cinematic to me. Like I picture that how that's going to be animated or how that would look. And in my head, this is a very weird reference for those of you who have played like the early Roller Coaster Tycoon games. In those games, when it is pouring rain and there's still people screaming on the roller coasters, you can hear the rain and the screaming. I picture that very faded out as Sanji is narrating what's going on, because the rain's still pouring, the kids are still screaming, but in his head it's a little quieter and he's reading off like his like checklist of what he's doing. If only
I had more maintenance people to get rid of all that vomit. Oh, right. That would have helped the park so much.
But it's to us as the reader, like, yes, it's obvious. Okay, yeah, take out Killingham, make Zaza go away. But for Sanji, who has no idea who Killingham is or what the power, like, he has no idea what any of these things do. The fact that he's figuring it out in real time, it's very satisfying for him to take a step back, analyze, and go for the root of the problem. He could save the women, he could try saving the children again, but those are treating the symptoms, not treating the disease, and the disease is Killingham. So to me, that's all extremely satisfying. And I was alluding to this earlier when we were talking about the cover page. I think knowing what Killingham's power is, taking what you fear the most or making your dreams or your nightmares a reality, and then taking what Gabon is saying about, hey, you have some stuff you got to take care of, whether it be misogyny, toxic masculinity, whatever his problem is. But I think that Killingham is going to create sleep tids of Germa. I think Sanji has a bunch of hang-ups still about because he hated wearing the suit. He's like, I'm not gonna wear the suit again. I'm not gonna wear the suit. Then when he got the bonitis, he's like, oh, I hate my Germa body. I hate what I like, what I become. I think he has a lot of self-hatred for himself and his family. And I think in awakening his Supreme King Haki, what if you get literal demonic bad sleep-tid versions of Germa, have Sanji take out his anger, frustration, or whatever pent up he has inside against Germa and really reconcile that. And then it leads into Killingham again being his own downfall. Like you're giving Sanji the perfect enemies to kind of like work out his issues. So that's why I was like, okay, it's cool that Germa is in the cover page. And now, okay, how can Sanji get past all his hang-ups? I'm like, all right, Oda wants us to keep Germa in mind because I think they're going to come back in some degree.
That's interesting. I think that's a very interesting idea.
Yeah. It just works well with that power.
That feels like one of those ideas where I'm going to be like, Oda should have really done that.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know that I would see him. I don't know that that's the most likely thing that he would do, but I like the inference of drawing, connecting those dots.
Yeah, it's me definitely theory crafting more than probably is necessary. I'm just trying to figure out how a fight will work, because will Killingham just keep putting Zaza like in the middle of him and Sanji, like, you can't hit her, like, and get in the way? Would he go right? Would he go right for Killingham? Like, Killingham has to do something to counteract Sanji a little bit more.
And I think it would be interesting, because right now this feels like we're just repeating the Wano beat of like dealing with the stealth black can.
Yes,
and
yes.
like crushing it. But like if we like level that up and it's like a more dramatic version of that for his like proper like there's a little trilogy of arcs for like this last few arcs have been like a kind of like an escalating trilogy of or something like that.
Yeah. I think there's something there, and like the fact that you think about like Judge is king of Germa, and like that makes Sanji is technically a prince by any means, and like he's got like king's blood in him, and his king. There's a lot of stuff there that I could connect lines to all day, but I think there's something there, and if Oda's doing what I think he's doing, I think it's really masterful how he's building it up slowly. I just hope that these fights get full. We don't really get like the full chapter fights anymore, like the days of Alabasta. I'm hoping that these get the full flesh out fights they deserve. But we'll see.
I think we did in Wano. I have to look back.
Well, yeah, we absolutely got that in Wano.
The King and Queen fights definitely did, and then Kaido Luffy got enough too. So
I think that's what we're in for here.
I feel like the Sanji and Zoro fights can. I feel like they can be pretty brief. I think you can get away with. I think you can do a lot with a little here.
Yeah. It's mostly going to be Zoro, because Zoro knows he has Conqueror's Haki now, how to use it against Summers, and it's going to be Sanji trying to awaken his mid-fight. So I think it's going to be two very cool, dynamic fights. It's like learning powers on the fly. So I don't know. I love this chapter.
And then Usopp's on the side, like, I'd love to get a fight someday.
Usopp's like,
the hammer's
ice.
right next to him now. The hammer is right next to him. I mean, it's a squirrel, but it's right next to him. Any other thoughts, Ken?
No, that's pretty. I really like this chapter. I thought it was very well done. The end.
Steven?
Usopp's been reduced to just giving bad survival advice, like you can breathe in ice and things like that. So, yeah, it's tough days. So
we were asking the question of, when did the Sanji thing happen with Gabon? The answer is chapter 1152. It is the chapter where the big flashback starts, like at the end of that one. It's context is interesting here as well. Gabon says, seems like there's more than one of you with Supreme King Haki. That Sanji does this. Who, me? No one's talking. And Gabon's like, you there, swordsman, you seem quite at ease with it. And he continues, Haki is a power that's only useful when you consciously control it. How do you expect to support your captain and Emperor of the Sea without knowing that? And he's like, and Zoro's like, what? Which actually adds, and then he says, what about me? Which adds to kind of the point that Ken said was like very interesting about this chapter. And it's that, the big three are always going to get the most attention, I think. We should probably just resign ourselves to that fact. But Sanji is the only one amongst them with any brain cells that function fully. Am I wrong? I mean, like, look, Luffy and Zoro have some smarts, but like Sanji is the one who like actually thinks things through.
Yes. Sanji's the most self-conscious, or the most self-aware.
He's
a sensitive boy.
Misogynism aside, all that aside.
Misogynism?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Revisionism.
I can forgive a lot of things, but I can't forgive misogynism.
No, I know. I was going to say he is probably the most human of the three of them. Like, no, in that, like,
a real human boy.
People like Sanji exist. That like act and think, and yes, they're not cyborg people, but
they're Pinocchio.
Yeah,
Vinsmocchio.
Vinsmocchio.
Writing that one down.
I thought it, and then I was like, I don't really want to say it. And then as soon as it ended, I was like, fuck, that's the window.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
Oh, it's so good, Delaney.
Anyway, yeah, my thoughts on this chapter. I really agree with everything that was said. I think the reason this chapter was so enjoyable is it was a Straw Hat chapter. I think that you could really fix any issues that you have with the chapter by focusing on the main characters of the story, believe it or not. Like,
crazy how that works out.
Not to say that when, like the Loki flashback, has some great moments and is I'm not saying it's negative because there's no Straw Hats in it. I'm not saying that Oda can't write a story that's compelling without Straw Hats in it. Kuma is a great example. I mean, yes, Luffy shows up at one point, but that said, they're your main characters, and like there's a reason they're your main characters, and leaning into that, I think, is always a positive. And I think that helped, like, even if Brook's flashback were hypothetically missing something, I think the fact that it focused on a Straw Hat would have lifted it up. And I think, that's true with this chapter as well. Like, I don't really have anything negative to say about it. Despite how Sam has completely ruined it for me with the lick my bells, I believe is the term.
Emu bells.
Lick my bells, Zach.
No. Isolate that footage. No, I don't like any of this. Yeah, this is more than anything a fight chapter, and it's or setups to fights, and I think it does it very well. I agree that artistically the Zaza stuff is just out of this world, and that one Ripley panel, like, broke me. Again, parent problems, but like it also made me like, Sanji, come the fuck on. I know what you're trying to do here, but still. Like,
you could sum up this whole arc like that. Oh, how did Elbaf go? Parent problems.
Yeah. Yeah.
Timmy fell down a fucking well again. The rain god.
Well, she threw him off that well.
He was hanging over a well for 5 months while we learned about the human rights incident for a few weeks.
To be fair, Zaza is a well. So...
All right, kids, there's a pop quiz after this, Sass. You've been paying attention.
The well ate Timmy.
The well ate Timmy.
He came back for revenge.
Anyway, I don't know if I have much else I want to say about this chapter. I think it's all been said. I love the Straw Hats, everything they did. Oh, the only thing we didn't mention is that Book was about to do a skull joke, like specifically, not just this running joke like he can't feel anything, but I am assuming, or at least I imagine it would, if I were, still alive, or if I weren't dead or something along those lines. But I don't know, Stephen, have you noticed the cutoff panels happening more like humor wise? I feel like, it happens sometimes for plot reasons, but I feel like it's been more of a
referring to what specifically?
Comedic style. So like
Brooks word bubble getting kind of covered up.
Oh, yeah. By Nami cutting him off. Maybe. I mean, I think he's done a bit of that recently, but I don't know.
Anyway, fix your fonts, Oda. Get your house in order. What are you doing? That's it. That's all I got. What are you guys? Anything? Good to move on to the next segment?
Yeah, I really enjoyed Killingham too. He was very Brian Drummond in this
yes.
chapter.
I'm sad I did not mention the you fools specifically. Yes.
Yeah. And the what an amusing thing to say.
Yeah.
Is that was a lot of fun to work on that dialogue.
Is Brian Drummond still working, or? Yeah, I think he is.
He's making cameos in Dragon Ball Super, like 6 years ago.
Oh, okay, 6 years ago. Cool.
Making cameos on Cameo.
I hope
he
making cameos in Dragon Ball Super.
I'm just hoping that they get Brian Drummond to do Killingham, because that would, I think, be pretty great. That's all I have to say. Okay, that'll do it for Manga Recap. We'll see you on the next segment. This is the Piece Together segment where we take your questions, comments, and theories and settle the debate. Why is Comic Sans the worst? Let's start with Ken.
We are doing Dispiece. This is where we read all your questions on our Patreon questions on our public server in the Dispiece section. Correct? Is that way of phrasing it?
That's a way of phrasing it.
Over-explaining it, not the best. But,
I think you caught yourself at the middle.
Yeah,
fun.
I was like, this is not great. I'm committing anyway. We're actually going to read some older questions first. We actually missed a couple disc pieces from previous weeks when they were off weeks. So we're just going to go through these quick, and then we'll go to the ones
they're even better than the one. No, go on.
Yes, they've gotten better with age. I'm sure all these will apply now. Let's find out. Our first one is from June 7th from Usopp the Great. Hey ho, whoever is broadcasting this week. Question for Steven. Slightly veering from the topic of One Piece, I would like to ask Steven about his work on Yotsuba over the years. The mangaka also did Azumanga Daioh, another great manga to read and anime to watch. Maybe talk a little bit about Yotsuba, her adventures, as well as the beautiful, hyper-realistic background scenes and the fun characters. If you could tell the One Piece fans about this great manga that they may have never heard of, but their children would love. Also, as a generator of memes, I heard the series ends with the current volume. Is that correct? Steven?
Yotsuba? I don't think so.
No, he's just very slow to publish.
Yeah. They come out very infrequently. I mean, gosh, what better pitch can I give than what you just said in that question? But
you drew beautiful background, Steven.
Yes, I do a lot of good work on those backgrounds. But it's a joy to work on it. I had the pleasure. So the story, my involvement with this is Azumanga Daioh, which was the first one. Obviously, I think. I don't know how many people these days have seen it. But back in the 2000s, that was like one of the most prominent. Like everybody knew Azumanga Daioh, and it was one of the prominent like gag anime specifically, and it's a pretty faithful adaptation of the manga itself, and it was I believe it was an ADV joint originally, which they had the anime and the manga, and then they went out of business, and Yen Press ended up scooping up the license for the manga, and so I was working with them, and they let me work on the all-in-one all-in-one volume of the Azumanga Daioh manga, which was actually quite intimidating to do at the time, just because it is such a kind of staple, and a lot of those gags are very, very memorable, very famous. But I got to do that. That was awesome. And then they did not. It was like they got the Yotsuba license as well. And it was another case where, like, okay, they were already 4 or 5 volumes or 6 volumes or something like that published, and they had someone else who was doing it for them, volume by volume, but they still wanted to republish all of the old volumes, and so I did get to fill in some of those, or I think it was volume 2 and 3 that I got to work on with Yotsuba. Which is really cool, but I wasn't doing the ongoing ones. And then I think the translator like passed away, and so they ended up giving me like the regular assignments starting with volume 10 or so. But it's super fun to work on. I just think it has such a wonderful voice. Like getting to write the dialogue for Yotsuba specifically, and like the way that her dad and the other adults around her like talk to her, and they like sort of humor her and sort of just roll with her weird things that she says is so charming, and it's so fun to massage all of that and get it just right in the dialogue. So it's fantastic. I mean, I feel like everybody probably knows about it already or should know about it, but if you hadn't, it is an easy 10 out of 10 manga for sure. It's definitely a highlight of my career to get to work on it.
I think I mentioned this. I don't remember if I mentioned this on air or off air, but I read Yotsuba originally just before I had my eldest, and now he's getting close to. How old is she in this again? She's
5, I think.
5? Yeah, okay, so he is her age now, and I'm like, this new volume. I think that was like when the last volume came out, it was like right before my daughter was born, and like one before was right before my son was born. So it's like a very long gap. Like,
yeah.
I started reading this and he was negative whatever, and now he's the same age as her. Is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Which is like, I'm scared to read this latest volume because I know I will be weeping. Puddle on the floor.
Yeah, it's crazy because it is so understated. Like, it's not like a really sappy manga, but it does have this like nuclear level like emotional impact to it, whether like when he does lean into something that is a little bit more like wistful, and yeah, man, it just hits really hard. It's
like
so
the
good.
backpack is, I think, from the last one.
Yeah, that was the previous.
Mm-hmm. That doesn't spoil if you don't know the context, but
mm-hmm.
That chapter is very good.
Yeah.
Ken, go ahead.
All right. Next up, we have another one from 6/7/2026. This is Big Mike. This is in response to our cover story talk, and Big Mike asked, "Do you think the information Ace got on Blackbeard from the top secret Navy intelligence ship Ace burnt down had any info linking Teach to Rox and Ace? Teach to Rox, and Ace ended up preventing the world government from finding out Teach is Rox's son."
No.
Yeah, they needed paperwork to prove that Teach looked like the guy with his exact same face.
It was the Bonnaroo Island thing, I think, in all likelihood.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what happens next with Ace, right? I think you like trace that storyline.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
All right. Next up.
It's tempting to imagine that that would be a get out of jail free card for Oda to explain why nobody connected these dots.
He loves those, to be fair.
Yeah.
How did no one know what was in this letter?
Right.
I think the world government's playing the long con, and when Blackbeard tries to do his shit, like, of course we knew it was you. We knew the entire time. Like,
no, if there's one thing I know from real life, it's that government bureaucracy sucks. And they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, especially the higher, like that level of it. Yeah, that's not getting through.
Yeah, definitely not.
That's not happening.
All right. Next up, we have Matt R. from June 21st. Hey, OPP. With the manga on break this week, I thought we could talk about the One Piece and other manga. I read Roboco and always get a kick when One Piece references pop up. I really got a kick out of the Robin reference and the knock-up stream. Do you ever get notified of these references?
I do. Well, sometimes I do because I'm friends with the translator, and so if he's ever not sure about something, I'll just get a DM like out of nowhere that's like, "Hey, does this mean anything to you?" And it'll just be some One Piece reference, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's that's chapter 54," and then he'll be, then he can go on his Viz account, his Shonen Jump subscription, and be like, there it is. Okay, cool, thanks. So yeah, sometimes I get a little heads up when Roboco is doing a One Piece reference.
That's very fun. All right, next up, we got Ice Fisher Tenacity from June 21st. Hi, OPP. Even though there's no chapter, this week is still really special to me because I'm in Japan for the very first time. Tokyo's been an absolute blast, humidity be damned. Now on to Sendai. And in the spirit of first, I wanted to make this my very first disc piece too. Hey. From Egghead to Elbaf, I've loved listening to the pod. Thanks for everything. Here's to another 6 years, probably, until the end of the manga.
Well, we really ruined that by skipping his first question because I think we read a different one last week.
Ice Fisher Tenacity has done lots of non-disc piece ones, so
that's true. Yeah,
I've heard that name before for sure.
Yes, but this is their official. That was their official first
to
one
Patreon.
as a member of the disc piece fleet.
Yes, thank you for subscribing.
Yeah, sorry it took us 3 weeks or whatever, 2 weeks.
That's why we have an archivist who comes back with the stuff.
Yeah, that's why I can
in Japan.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Although the humidity I have felt, and it is bad.
Yeah, it's a rough time of year to be there.
June is better than August, and I could tell you that.
Yeah,
from experience, probably. I've been there in May, and I've been there in August, and damn it, do not go in August.
Yeah, that's true. The only time I was there was in August, so It was rough.
I will say, like, I went to school in DC, which is like one of the most humid. It was a swamp. And it is again, and it's bad. And Japan somehow.
White House.
Yeah. And Japan. Many people are saying that. And Japan is somehow much, much worse. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I say that having had like 4 100+ degree days here in 80,000% humidity, and somehow. Anyway, I'm done complaining about the weather. Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm just laughing because the last disc piece we read was from Ice Fisher Tenacity. Hey, OPP, I'm back in the States today. So it makes much more sense with their first disc piece. And then it's even more fitting.
It's like they never even left.
Exactly.
They never left.
It's more fitting because Ice Fisher is actually our first disc piece for this week's
perfect.
segment. All right. Ice Fisher has asked me to do this in my best WrestleMania announcer voice. So bear with me here.
He knew it was going to be you, Ken.
In this corner, weighing in at 800 years of clandestine domination, the ink blob with eyes that won't die, Saint Nerona Emu. And facing off against him, standing at 10 meters off the ground, the excitable emperor who puts the D in destruction, the man, the myth, the monkey, Straw Hat Luffy. Let's get ready to rumble. Hi, OPP. All joking aside, if Oda is going to go so far as to literally give this matchup a title card, how can I not be excited for what's coming? I'd like to ask that if this chapter opens the doors to Sanji with Supreme King Haki, who else do you think is next in line? My hope is for Kobe with Conquerors. Then a winky face.
Kobe would have the Copkers. No, that doesn't really work.
Well, he already has the observation, right? Kobe has observation hockey, and he must have armament hockey, right?
Steven, they call that oinkerers hockey.
Fuck. God, dude. Steven. Oh, that's really good. Yeah.
I'm here all
All
night.
Kobe's are bastards.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, I don't think anyone else.
I was muted talking for how long?
Not in the. Yeah, maybe not on the Straw Hat crew.
No one even told me I was muted.
I didn't see, so I was still laughing at.
No, how dare you?
Delaney's initial joke.
I wrote it down, so I don't know if that got through. I don't know. Take this as you want. Will One Piece wiki says Supreme King users. I'll say as fast as I can. Shanks, Luffy, Rayleigh, Hancock, Doflamingo, Chin Zhao. Really? Lin Lin.
Yeah. That was like the whole thing their fight was about.
Oh, yeah, okay. Katakuri, Kid, Sengoku, Kaido, Zoro, Yamato. Ken.
Oh, believe me, I know.
Warcury, Mars, Venus, Jiro, Gabon, Emu, Loki, Newgate, Ace, Odin, Roger, Joyboy, Harold, Zabek, Saturn, and non-canonically, whoever the fuck Naguri is, and Douglas Bullet.
Oh,
Who is Naguri?
Right? From Naguri.
What?
I thought you actually knew who it was.
No, I had no idea.
Yeah, Robico.
A former pirate captain that lived in the Gray Terminal 12 years ago. What? I'm even more confused.
Oh, is this like from the Burn D World movie or something? Or
Shut the fuck up, wiki writer.
It's not their fault. This is if it's a filler episode. Like, look,
I'm just playing the head again.
Yeah. Ken, what's next?
Law will get it at some point.
He's
he
dead.
doesn't already.
He's dead. He's been dead for years, Sam.
He's dead.
No, Kid is dead. Law is like on like Beppo's back.
Sam, it's been 25 years.
Polar bears can only swim so long, Sam. Have you not seen the polar ice caps melting?
Sam, Law, I hate to tell you, Law's on an island upstate somewhere. he's not.
He's playing around with a lot of other doctors, and he has all the space to.
He's up there with a polar bear. Like it's the island from Lost.
Fed him lots. They
Lost
fed him lots of cheeseburgers before they brought him up. He's really happy up there. He doesn't even know.
They brought Law to the farm.
We probably need to give Joe this conversation, if anyone.
Yes.
Yeah.
They gave him lettuce instead of a bun.
Okay, idea.
Good pull, Steven.
What if Beppo develops Conqueror's Hockey, and like while he's swimming in the ocean, he uses the Conqueror's Hockey and it like ejects him out of the water and he lands on land.
That would be sick.
Works.
Thank you, Harrison Ford.
That's not how the Force works.
I assumed you were doing that, but what's next, Ken?
All right.
Conqueror's Hockey melts steel beams.
Okay, we did that.
Let's get Sky to draw that.
No.
I'm writing it down.
Next up, the Straw Hats say, fuck ice. That's the name. Hello, my fellow masochists and wailing mothers. What an awesome chapter that was. Loved Zoro having confidence in his wife to take down Killingham, and I love Luffy getting angry about all the names he's been called. He's just Ken. Fuck. He's just Ken. I mean Luffy. And Luffy really went and let his little piggies out for this fight. He said no boots and no sandals. I guess he must be ... mad about Shu. Pauses for uproarious laughter and applause.
That's just...
Anyway, speaking of clothes, I know Zoro's goggles seem to be a hit or miss among some fans. They're a miss. But what clothing accessories would you like to see the Straw Hats rocking? A long scarf for Robin? A boa for Frankie? Maybe a Panama hat for Jinbei? Thanks and have a great week. You too.
Trilby fedoras.
Milady.
Frankie Drug Rug.
Yeah. I saw...
What is that?
I don't know what that is
like,
either.
like the shag sweatshirts.
Oh,
you
okay.
don't know, like a drug rug.
Gotcha.
Oh, I know what you mean. Oh, yeah. I saw a 5-year-old the other day wearing a Panama hat, and it was the funniest / I don't know, cute, but it was very funny.
Somebody should have like
Chopper
a bandana.
and a Panama hat. Yeah. Does Zoro has a bandana? I mean, on his head.
Yeah, but like the one that you tie around your neck and covers the lower half of your.
Oh, I see.
Like that
Sanji would do that.
A cravat for Sanji.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
John
cravat. Yeah, that's better.
I think a lot of them could use more fanny packs. I feel like Chopper, Nami, Usopp would. I'm being serious here.
I know the fanny pack came back. It's still stupid and looks stupid. Maybe I'm just personally.
Ken has landed on a point in that Chopper would look cute with a little fanny pack because he is a doctor and he needs his tools.
Thank you,
He has a
Delaney.
backpack, and it's an adorable backpack. Little backpacks are very cute.
Yeah, that's true.
Little backpacks are very cute, but also hip pouch. I had to call them that when I worked at Disney World, because fanny is it's not kosher over here. So they're like, don't call it a fanny pack. You got to call it a hip pouch. They got to move your hip pouch. And of course, everyone was wearing them in 2017. So when you say that to people, they
sounds
worse.
Weirder. Yeah.
Sounds worse.
Sounds like
a very advanced kangaroo.
I was going to say
I got a lot of weird looks.
Should give Jinbei a hip pouch.
A generous hip pouch for Jinbei.
A generous hip pouch for Jinbei.
He's got a lot of hip for that pouch.
Chopper can ride in Jinbei's hip pouch.
What's the next question?
All right.
Like a sidecar on a motorcycle.
Yeah, exactly. This is from Matt R. Hey, OPP. Loved the chapter. Loved Zoro's banter with Summers. While I am excited for Sanji to level up, I feel like this pushes Usopp's opportunity for character development. I was really hoping he could have faced Killingham, or at least had some of his fears manifest, and then he had to face them. At least he is close to Ragnar, and maybe he has the opportunity to use him. Only time will tell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this goes back. We've been saying this all arc. We want Usopp to do more on Elbaf because, But I feel like it's the same conversation back on Egghead. Like, oh, Frankie should do more on Egghead. Like, I think we've all built up these I don't say unrealistic expectations, but like, if we keep waiting for those moments, we're gonna keep being disappointed.
I will say,
but it's a different thing with Usopp because obviously, like, it's been since we were in the double digits that it was a thing with him. But I see what you're saying. I don't necessarily disagree.
yeah.
But But this is what I was thinking when I said that for some reason, even though, like, I think when I first read this weird divvy into Sanji's thing with Supreme King Haki, I was like, Jesus Christ, literally any character except for Usopp, huh? But now I think that, no, for some reason, because we've had this journey with Brooke, we were having this thing with Sanji, and then earlier on when we got here, we had all this stuff with Robin, and now granted, I don't have like an encyclopedic memory of who got to do what during Wano or Egghead, but I like that we're getting these sort of pockets of focus, and part of me has kind of now gotten some renewed hope that, like, okay, are we gonna see Usopp do something? I mean, I don't know if I want him to have Ragnar, but like it's in proximity. The window's not closed until we're off the island. Like it's not a done deal till we're gone. So I'm willing to give it a bit more time, if that makes sense. The funniest thing that could happen is that he gets the last blow on Emu. Because they've already had Luffy. Like, hear me out. They've already had Luffy punch him in the face, so it's like, all right, it's not about whether he can get a hit on him. It would be a really great bit if Usopp either with or without the hammer nailed the last hit on Emu and then accidentally made himself more important at his job again.
In Elbaf is especially, yeah. I mean, the one thing that Elbaf has actually, particularly that initial flashback aside, like Elbaf has been really good at giving the Straw Hats some real standout moments and keeping them, if not center focus, at least like in the picture, which Egghead does okay. Wano doesn't do a lot of the time. Like, they are secondary characters in Wano. You could like Wano, but the Straw Hats are not front and center for most of it. Onigashima stuff, I guess, maybe more so, but it's really not a story about them.
Between the Wano cast and the Straw Hat cast, it's like the Wano cast has definitely got a bit more to do, which is fair because we've been collecting those characters over the course of the past, like, 3-4 arcs, like, all sort of converging on this point. And then, like, the thing with the Straw Hats is not necessarily that they all have some major new shit to do. It's that, they're all back together and solving a problem. We're not paying that much attention to them. Like, we're not like, what does Jinbei think about this situation? Like, I
always think
they're all just collaborating. But I have noticed the difference, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, me too.
I have faith in this case. Like, we've had many arcs post time skip where, everybody thinks, oh man, this is going to be like, this Straw Hat is going to be like the central figure in this arc. And then, like, Oda has this kind of weird, like, plausible deniability thing where it's like he's acting like, well, I don't know why you guys thought that, like, this, Frankie was going to be like the central character of Elbaf, or of Egghead, I should say. And it just doesn't happen. Like, Zoro was not particularly central to Wano, for example. And so
he died in Wano.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he saw the Grim Reaper. So like, normally I would be skeptical. I would be like, yeah, I don't know if Oda's gonna make good on this sort of implicit promise. But he started off Elbaf with, like, Usopp being like, eyes shining, like, oh my god, we're finally getting to Elbaf, and having all the flashbacks to Dorian Brogy and stuff. And so I don't think he can hide behind, like, oh, I didn't find a good plot reason for such and such a character to to do. I think he's got something in mind for Usopp to do, especially because he hasn't done anything so far.
Well, he had that one moment.
He cried.
He cried.
He yelled at Gunko.
Yeah.
And got blown up.
Yeah. It's very moving.
They moved him to a bigger grave. Ken, what's the next question?
All right, next we got Big Mike. This is a beefy one here. Hey, OPP. I have a serious question this week instead of my usual shenanigans. I think the situation with Candel.
I don't believe that for a fucking second.
What,
Big
me
Mike.
or no.
Big Mike? No shenanigans from Big Mike. I'm terrified.
Let's see. I didn't pre-read this. Let's see what happens here. I think the situation with Candel is more that she is Gunko/Shuri's surrogate mother rather than Goro having his way with her, or at least hopefully there was no intercourse during the conception, and
What is
she and
happening
Reuben
right now?
made some
I
deal with the
spaced
world
out for
government.
1 second.
So he's saying that Candel's a
Yes.
surrogate during the conception, and she and Reuben made some deal with the world government for her to give birth to Gunko, so they didn't have to pay the heavenly tribute, and the Holy Knights were going to take her depending on how she turned out. But Candel and Reuben ended up adopting her and named her Shuri and refused to give her up. The women we seen recently targeted by the world nobles, besides the ones targeted by the lesser hedonistic world nobles like Charlos, have mostly been strong women like Candel, Shakuyaku, Ginny, and Shanks' mother Magnolia. They're all wise. So are they trying to create some type of master race while circumventing the negative effects of inbreeding? This isn't the first time this has happened in the series. Even though it was mostly explained in an SPS, it's not as dark because a woman was doing it. Big Mom was also forcing men to procreate with her to build and diversify her crew, and this might be a similar type of situation.
I'm glad that didn't have a punchline.
What
It was serious, it seems.
Mars needs moms. That's
Marcus Mars needs
it. All comes
moms.
down to that. That's the answer.
Write the title down. Zach.
Over under
No,
on
that
the
was
word inbreeding ever appearing in One Piece.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's an extremely dark
the
take.
thing is, I mean, they're not. I don't know. I feel like we already got like the Ubermensch thing with the Judge and Vinsmoke.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah, I don't imagine it's like that
relitigating
calculated of a thing. Like it's just like an expression of power to like just take who you want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is. I don't like this, but I do like like if this was the situation, like we're gonna have Candel be a surrogate, we're gonna take Shuri back when she's born, and like they fell in love with her, and like no, we're not giving her back, kind of thing. Like that's kind of like something nice, but it's the premise. I don't like the start of it to begin with.
I don't remember. I'm a little fuzzy on the last few chapters. How strongly did they imply like something dark had happened with Candel?
Well, just that Candel saw a celestial dragon on the beach. Then she was shaken and like not well for like several months afterwards, and then Shuri was born right after that.
And then it was a shotgun wedding with Reuven.
Yeah, and then you have Goro showing up with the two eyes, and like, yep, I remember you. I was there. I saw you, Brooke. I saw all of that. Like he seems to have been the one that was there. So it seems
like a remote conception.
The surrogacy.
Yeah. I mean, that's what Big Mike is suggesting.
But it's just the issue. Like, did Candel see the celestial dragon? Like, oh, I want a piece of that, or was it not consensual? like that. That's where it gets. Icky.
Well, we did pretty icky regardless. Yeah.
To be fair, we did get a couple of comments from people who were like, I don't think any of that, any of these alternate explanations are likely. I think it's that same story again. And I do think that might be the most likely answer to what Oda is saying here. And our attempts to rationalize or to find a different way is just kind of copium, because we just feel like we just saw that story and we want it to be something else, or something, like a wrinkle on that pattern, because otherwise it feels like deja. It just feels like it's lazy or sloppy or something. Like, Oda, you just did this storyline in the last arc, but that could easily be what he's doing.
Yeah, I'm not. I still am like personally relatively convinced as to the theory that I posited. I'm not going through it all again.
Isn't there like a scene where like Candel is implying she's like she was in love with a man once, or
that's yeah, she was like, I always want to be by his side. Like she wasn't naming Reuven or anything like that, and like she was being very coy with like the pronoun game and whatnot. So
her whole demeanor is very suspicious.
That makes me think maybe the celestial dragon was like somebody from her past.
That's what I thought as well.
Right, and that's like we don't have enough information to say one way or another.
I don't think we're going to get that information until we like really delve into the stuff with Gunko, which seems to be coming soon. But
she's still defrosting. So.
She's the conduit here.
I put her in the sink. I have water running.
Yeah,
over
right. Yeah, it's just 2 hours, and then we'll be ready.
Mom's gonna be home soon. I'm in trouble.
She did not suffocate. She's fine. What's next, Ken?
All right. Next up, we got Tyler. Hey, OPP. I hope you all had a wonderful and safe 4th of July for the Americans. Thank you. If not, have been enjoying the World Cup for everyone else.
Yes.
Also, thank you. I'm excited for the Sanji power up. Gotta keep the monster trio. I can't wait to see what the key is for him. Germa, Zeph, or ladies. What do you think his King of title will be? Will he be King of Hell and King of the Pirates? So the King of the ...
We did
answer this.
Yeah, we solved it. We figured it out.
King of Love.
I'm King of the Sky. What's next?
Next up, we have Reiju Ice Patch. Okay. Problem 1. I want to read some One Piece. Response. Banger chapter as always. And there's no break next week. Problem 2. So far, only the monster trio seem to be getting big fights this arc. Response. At least the rest of the crew get to do some ice shenanigans. Did Frankie not install temperature sensitivity in his big old metal hands? Problem 3. Sanji has never been able to grow past his crippling self-hatred and insecurity over how obviously queer and pathetic he is as a person. Looks like some battlefield psychiatry is the solution to the problem. Do you think Chopper can deliver Snooge, some SSRIs, or possibly estrogen? Will Ivankov have to be called to force Fem another problem away?
Thank you, Ken, for reading this question.
What's happening right now?
Who sent that one in?
That was Reiju Ice Patch.
That's reverse eye patch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sam says knowingly. Of course
Not
you would
impressed.
do that. Yeah. Okay.
I just want to know if the snooge was intentional or that was a type of Sanji.
What is snooge?
Do you think Chopper can deliver snooge? Some SSRI?
Jay from Jay and Silent Bob for 2 minutes?
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Yep.
I'm sure it's something.
Snoogey boogies.
Are we so out of touch? Yes.
Snooch of the Supreme King Boochies.
Oh, I'm so happy right now.
Yeah, it's better than getting Ligma.
Christ.
All right. Next up, we got enough of the non-U crams. I get it. All right. Ahoy, OPP. Banger chapter as always. Very funny chapter with some great gags with the crew and the ice block. And I find it really funny that in the end, the solution was just have Loki and Ragnar randomly land exactly where they needed to. Laugh my ass off. Proud of Sanji for finally realizing he needs COC. You know exactly how to pronounce this here. Colors.
No, he wants. Conquers. I'm sorry. They want you to actually pronounce
He's the man
acronym.
Up and is cock hard.
Yeah, that's what they're trying to say.
Gotcha.
He's getting his cosk hard.
Gotcha. Okay. Happy belated Pride. Plus Zoro having faith in his male wife. My question this week is, now that Ragnar is near Usopp, is it time? ... Have a great week, crew.
That's right. It's
Listen,
all coming together.
Safe?
if Ragnar can shrink down to a normal size or can make himself light enough for Usopp to wield him just for one use,
I think you're forgetting.
I'm all for it.
You're forgetting someone who's in the vicinity. He's an owl.
Who can make
He's
things
in my
big,
backyard.
Who can only make
Biblo.
things big.
No, he could
can't-
change size. Yeah,
He can
no,
revert them back to their original size.
maybe the original size of.
No, it goes both ways.
I think it goes both ways. Yeah, come on,
He
Happy
can make,
Pride.
He can make He can make the books smaller than they were. I thought it was just an enlarging power.
I don't think they knew for certain what the power was, but it's that you
Okay.
could make
Hey,
inanimate
if
objects
that's-
change size. I don't think it's.
I will be
specific.
perfectly okay if that's the explanation. That owl's being sussy for weeks now. We have not gotten back to that.
Well, you know when we'll
Owl.
find out about this, Ken, next March.
Why, Sam? What are you gonna say?
I like the idea of Usopp getting Ragnar, except for the fact that like it's just Nami Zeus again.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Like,
I don't.
why? Like,
Yeah.
I think that's a weird power up to happen twice.
I don't want Usopp to keep Ragnar because I think Ragnar has to stay with,
No.
Ragnar has to stay with
But-
Loki. But like if it's a
It-
one and done
there's something
thing,
that makes a lot of sense because like Usopp does have that like history with like hammers in the early days.
10-ton hammer. This would be,
Yeah.
I think we determined a 10,000-ton hammer.
But
I
we've
think we
seen
did that math. Yeah.
we've seen the God Usopp thing happen before. Like Usopp doesn't have to be. He could still do like a hammer related sort of bluff joke, even if he doesn't realize what's happening, because he does have that sort of buggy style, power inflation.
he can
in the
pretend he
past.
has Ragnar.
Right.
Do power scalers take into account power inflation? Ken, what's the next
Does
one?
I don't think
lying
they take
count as
anything into
power
account.
scaling?
That's a good
All right.
question.
Well, it's called power creep. That's what inflation is.
Ah.
Very good, Sam.
Mm.
All right, Sailor Karna.
That's just
Hey, OPP, how are you guys? Hopefully staying cool in this heat wave. It's super convenient that the ice started to melt after Loki hit it. Now the others can rescue Shuri without any issues. Maybe. Possibly? Anyways, back to Sanji, because there's way too much happening at once.
That last point I was just thinking about because it's like we have like 4 maybe like really big plot lines happening simultaneously.
Yeah.
And we're going to have to cut away from 3 of them at any given time, which will kind of make it.
they're all like happening like fairly close to each other. It feels like.
Yes, geographically.
Maybe it feels close because just like they're drawn close, but
Loki's
this
gonna
is
wake up
Elbaf.
next chapter. What the fuck are you guys doing? Like looking at the ice.
What are these ants? What is this? An island for ants?
A drink
Sorry,
for
go ahead.
ants.
A
All
drink
right.
for ants. There you
Next
go.
up, we got Wispy. Hey, OPP. I'm going to need Shuri to stay frozen for a little while longer. I'm not ready to move on from all the great gags that Ice Block has provided for the crew.
Oh.
Love that Oda is
I want a
still
montage
able...
of all the times of all the great gags.
Love that Oda is still able to weave some humor into such a dramatic chapter. Really cool to get confirmation that Sanji has the potential for Conqueror's Hockey. You know who else has Conqueror's Hockey, but has never shown it? Eustace Kid. With how much of this arc has escalated, do you think that we'll see him in Elbaf? Yes.
No, he's dead.
No.
Yeah, but his crew got killed on the shores of Elbaf. So, like, I think as a gag,
So
he'll show
they're
up at the very end.
extremely dead. Yes, you're right. I get it. They're super dead.
All right, fine. Anyone else?
The advanced deaditis of the body.
And Kid, he's been dead for years. He never changed.
Because he's been dead. Next.
All right, last one. This is from Sheepman, a famous smile fruit user from Howdy
Awesome.
OPP. To answer Alex's question on how to pronounce my username, it's Sheepman. I'm not an actual sheep, for context.
Sheepman, I think, is still a better way to do it. We'll choose to go ahead.
To piggyback off Wispy's comment, Eustace Kid is literally the skeleton at the bottom of the lake that drowned in that meme where someone is throwing the favorite kid up in the air. Luffy is that kid, Law is the one drowning, and luckily Beppo saved him from that. Anyways, I had the thought of what if Vivi came to Elbaf while all this is going on, and her arrival causes the end of the fight between Luffy and Emu, since she's so obvious an interest to Emu. Unless Emu fumbles her again like he did in the Reverie twice. Have a swell week, y'all.
That's really
I have
interesting.
a tangential thought that occurred to me. From this is I'm going off of the last question a little bit here. If you know how when you eat 2 devil fruits you explode?
Yeah,
Sure.
go straight to your thighs.
Happens to me all the time.
As one does.
You mean like Alex Jones did?
If you ate Brooks' fruit as the second fruit, you come back with both fruits?
Fuck.
you
Is that the hack?
You blow up, respawn, you blow up again instantly.
You're caught in a loop, in your glitch loop.
In all seriousness, Vivi like being literally on the horizon has been something I've thought about since the beginning of this arc, particularly with the X in the newspaper thing.
Yep.
I think that is a great way, especially we know that Emu is obsessed for some reason with Vivi. So I think that is a great way to ruin this fight.
I've been thinking too, because we know
in a good way. Ruin it in a good way.
She's in Oregon.
Yeah.
She's in
she comes in and she says, "Please stop the fighting." That's what she does. She comes in there and says that over and over again. That's her catchphrase.
Her classic move.
She was the man with the burn scar this whole time.
Counselor's hockey.
And then Zaza Freaky starts raining and the fighting stops.
Just because that she's in an airship right now, we still have not seen the astral layer. If they park right on top there after escape Elbaf.
I want to see the astral plane.
I feel like she has to rejoin the crew for the final arc.
Yes.
So
this is a good place to do it. Yeah.
Now's about the time.
And this arc started, like Zach said, with the X on the Luffy in the newspaper, and all the people who didn't know about the X were the one who read the paper.
Which
so,
was the fact that Oda purposely separated them to do that gag, which is
genius.
What I think that was.
Yeah.
But I think that it tells us, okay, that's got to come back, and he's purposely did that at the beginning so we forget about it, much like he did that Sanji cutaway with Gabon at the beginning of the flashback so we would all forget about it when it came back just about now. I
do like that idea though, like if the Luffy Emu fight just keeps escalating, Vivi shows up and Emu's like, all right, grabs her, teleports away, like that's how the fight ends. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Distracted.
That's a really interesting idea because we still don't know what that's about.
Like just getting distracted. She uses the thing that she uses in Whiskey Peak. What do you call it? The hypnotic thing?
The hypno dancing?
Yeah.
The hypno dancing, but Emu's legit hypnotized by it and is taken out because of it. If only he didn't have all that misogynistic instability,
Emu can't talk to pretty girls.
He's like Drake, like walking into the women's bath.
Yep.
Hello, princess.
Emu goes from emo to like much like the emo kid, in high school.
Emu. I notice you're alone in this chat room.
No.
They broke Ken.
You okay there? Is that SF dispute,
He's shaking his head no.
Yeah.
Oh, he's fine. We had one on subreddit.
Oh my god, he's dying. Oh my god, we just watched Ken die.
Oh no,
don't start spreading rumors.
Oh, he's back. Much like in
they
One
killed
Piece.
Kenny.
Oh, now you're gonna bring him to high school, I'm sure. Middle school, elementary school, middle school. There's nothing I hate more than a name joke that you could have made in middle school that comes back to haunt you.
I get haunted by South Park in my youth and now Barbie in my adulthood. I can't escape it.
Was Zack Attack from Saved by the Bell? Is that where I got that from?
That sounds right.
Yeah, okay. I don't like that. So, Steven, did you have subreddit Archipelago open? I know there's just the one.
I had it open, but there was nothing there.
Oh, I saw one. Oh no, it's from 6 minutes ago. That's why.
Oh.
Wow, that is under the wire from Gecko Moria fan 151 because there were 150 other Gecko Moria fans.
There are dozens of us.
Dozens.
It says
if there are only 150 Gecko Moria fans, I am dead.
And then he would use your body. Hesso OPP, what an interesting chapter. I have a question completely unrelated to it. Remember when Emu spoke to King Cobra? He was all like,
yes.
Oh, was he cutesy when he was talking to King Cobra though? Do you guys think that the voice used was meant to be Emu's real voice? Or do you think Toei was spinning their wheels because they had no idea? Also, and this is really the question to answer here, would you all rather join the Big Mom Pirates or the Animal Kingdom Pirates if you had to?
Oh, Big Mom Pirates, hands down.
Yeah, the food.
Yeah.
The food.
Big Mom Pirates.
The katakuri,
True.
come on.
Plus, I don't want to be forced to have like an animal coming out of my ass.
Yeah, but you do get to wear bondage gear.
Doesn't
And
help.
like Big Mom was providing like universal protection as long as you gave up like just a little bit of soul.
Yeah, I don't want to be Fortrix. I want to be Fortrix. I want to be Hamlet. No disrespect to them, except for massive
Hamlet.
disrespect.
Hamlet.
You're trapped for the rest of your life, enabling your crack addicted mom, but otherwise, you get food.
Yeah, but what's different from that? And
She throws bomb ass
living in America.
Living in America. That's where I was going with that.
Yeah. That was wasn't that like a Thomas Edison or a Benjamin Franklin quote? Like if you give up 10% of your soul for security, you deserve neither, or whatever.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say, isn't that famous Benjamin Franklin quote? Would you rather be with your crack-addled... Whatever Sam just said. That'll do it.
Enabling your crack-addicted mom.
Crack-addicted mom.
For Emu's voice, I think they're just like literally not allowed to settle on a voice for...
Did they do like the
Maybe.
double voice kind of thing? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, there's like a few voices on there. I think like they'll settle on one of those voices being like the actual real voice.
Yes.
I still think Oda was waffling on what he was going to do with Emu for a while.
Possibly.
I still think that design that people found on his work desk, it looked like a female emu, and like the design is kind of close to what we got, but the one we did get is much more masculine. I think he was going back and forth on a while what he wanted to do.
I still don't think this is the real emu. Will the real emu please stand up? Sorry.
You said Femu?
I'm emu and so's my wife.
Okay. I think that'll do it for the One Piece podcast. Let's do it for the piece.
Zach is so done.
He killed the show. We're done.
We're done.
We made it this far.
It's a mercy killing. Let's round off the show.
Okay.
He didn't say it's not dying.
This has been episode 925 of the One Piece podcast. Thank you all for coming on the show. Delaney, where could people find you and your work?
Infinite Snow Pro on Blue Sky, Instagram and YouTube. I would recommend subscribing to my channel now because within ideally the next couple weeks, my 100-minute behemoth of a video essay is coming out. And as you can tell, I have been working very long hours to get it done. But I'm excited to get it out there. It's going to be great. And also, go check out Girl Pervert's podcast, which I can say now because we've more or less got it booked, that we're going to be doing this month's episode on Whole Cake Island with our friend Melon So tune in for that. We're on Instagram. You can find us wherever you get your podcasts. And you also get full movie commentaries or episode commentaries in this case if you join my Patreon, which is also Infinite Snow Pro. So, there you go.
Ken looked very excited.
that Ken looked delighted.
Very.
Steven, where can people find you?
On Blue Sky, stephenpaul.bsky.social. And we should be getting a chapter next week, but I think we're going to look at maybe covering volume 115 the week after, if that all lines up the way that we think it will.
Assumedly, but
yeah. But that's that one just came out this week, last couple of days, so it should be nice and fresh when we get to cover it, which is fun. And just because we were talking about it in the piece together, go ahead and look for volume 16 of Yotsuba if you have not yet, since that came out a month or two ago. So very, very good stuff. Very highly recommended.
Sam?
They can find me on Blue Sky. I am about to finish up Danganronpa 2, so if there's anything really sensational going on there, I might have some reactions to it. We'll see. And I'm sure we'll finish up. We'll catch up with the anime recaps one of these days. I believe in us.
It's not us. No, it's fine.
Yeah, who's the us here?
Well, okay.
Don't blame me.
Literally, the reason we haven't been able to do it is because I have no recording partners for the last 2 months.
That's true. To be fair, I feel you. Steve has been really busy. Ken, I think, has been really busier. Busy. Yeah, we've all been busy. I get it, Sam. But thank you for coming on.
Sam.
How dare you, Ken? Ken, where could people find you?
You can find me anywhere online under KindKing01. Also check out the One Piece Art Collab on Blue Sky at opcollab.bsky.com.
And you can find me, ZachLogan.com on Blue Sky. I just, a couple hours before recording, watched the first 2 episodes of Jadugar, A Witch in Mongolia, that I think literally came out today. Oh my god, great. Definitely worth a watch. It is dark, as I mentioned, but it is very good series. And the manga is out from, I think, an independent, I forget what publisher is doing that. Anyway, you can check out the One Piece Podcast, onepiecepodcast.com, patreon.com/One Piece Podcast. Please subscribe to us there. You can find us anywhere you get your podcasts, including youtube.com/One Piece Podcast, Apple Podcasts, or Spotify. I will say, I think we've got a really good, we got very good response from our tier ranker episode for the cover story. And actually, how is that tournament going?
I was going to bring that up. Do you want me to do it now, or?
This is the time. It was the segue I gave you, and then you just ruined it.
Okay, yeah. That's
no,
me.
it's fine.
Segues,
no, I'm kidding. Right. You're fine.
This is the final round this week. So if you're listening to this podcast, the final voting is currently up. The final round of which cover story is better. For first and second place, we have Eneru's Great Space Mission against Gang Beige's Oh My Family. So that's going to be for first and second place. One of those is going to be the winner.
By the way, and Beige for us had ranked A tier, quote unquote, versus Eneru, which ranked S tier. So I think I would put Beige probably in my S tier, so I get it. But
I'm still in the camp of if Eneru's cover story pays off, it's one of the best ones, but we don't know that yet. So as of right now, I would probably lean towards Capone myself.
Putting your thumb on the scale, I see.
That, or people just Ken's wrong and go against me. You can go either way. But for third and fourth place, we have the Saga of the Self-Proclaimed Straw Hat Fleet and Buggy's Crew After the Battle. So that'll be for third and fourth place.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I think that does it. I can't forget to say fuck ice, especially this week that it's melted. Which, again, it's hot enough. That'll do it for the podcast. Next week we got another chapter. Week after that, as Steven mentioned, hopefully we'll be doing the SBS for volume 115, which is 20 yen more expensive, so please save those yen. We'll see you next time, everyone. My name is Zach. Goodbye.